What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we go over some recruiting news. Michigan, unfortunately, losing a 2025 commitment, but Michigan is not done in the 2025 class. We do go over some news as Michigan's set to host a top 100 edge. Also got some transfer portal news for Michigan. Michigan losing more players. Why there's potentially more to come due to the new roster limits, as Sharon Moore talked about the roster limits, what they expect to do in the transfer portal. Also go over a new offensive coordinator candidate for Michigan and also the positions in need for Michigan in the transfer portal. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so first I want to start this video by going over some recruiting news here for Michigan. We'll first start with the 2025 4-star top 100 tight end Andrew Olesh has been committed to Michigan since July, and he finalized his decision today, and he unfortunately flipped to Penn State. As he announced today, he'll be signing with Penn State. Both Oregon and Penn State were making late pushes for him. Does come from the state of Pennsylvania, so does really suck to lose Andrew Olesh, especially since Michigan was able to keep him committed for this long. So definitely tough loss there for Michigan. Now, Michigan, they are not done yet in the 2025 class. They're still going after a couple of targets, including the big one, which is the 5-star offensive tackle, current Alabama commit, Ty Haywood. He remains unsigned, which is big news. Michigan making a big push for him. They currently sit in a good position there, but another guy that they are still going after is the 2025 4-star top 100 edge Zahir Mathis, who was a previous Ohio State commit, but he did decommit. He's ranked 75th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings, comes from the state of Pennsylvania, a 6'6", 225-pound edge, and Michigan, they are going after him. They've been in contact with him, and according to Brian Doan of 24/7 Sports, he will be taking a visit to Michigan December 13th through the 15th. So we got the news that he wasn't planning on signing early, which was obviously good news for Michigan. They're able to get not only him, but also Haywood on for a visit due to the fact they weren't signing during the early signing period. So there are also other schools in contact with him, though, like Miami, USC, Penn State, Georgia, and Oregon. Ohio State was also back in touch, and also Tennessee is expressing interest to get him on campus as well. But big news there, Michigan looks to be getting him on campus for a visit December 13th through the 15th. Then I also wanted to talk about the transfer portal. Michigan, some more departures, as we have talked about a couple of players already. Tyler Morris, Tavier Dunlap, Tristan Bounds, Raheem Anderson, but two more today. Running back Cole Cabana and also punter Tommy Doman have both entered the transfer portal. They announced today. Now, Cole Cabana, he was a former 4-star in-state recruit, highly touted recruit, and a lot of people were very excited about him, including myself. Came from Dexter, Michigan, but unfortunately for him, he was plagued with injuries and just struggled to stay healthy, and also trying to climb the depth chart as well in a very talented running back room at Michigan. But best of luck to Cole Cabana. As far as Tommy Doman, he had a great season last season. This season kind of struggled at times, though, so it looks like Michigan may have to go out and get a punter, a new starting punter, but best of luck to both of them. And that's not going to be the last Michigan players to enter the transfer portal. There's going to be a lot of players, and a lot of it has to do to because of the decrease in roster sizes nationwide. As all teams are going to have to decrease their roster sizes to 105. Right now, Michigan listed 136 players on its 2024 roster. Sharon Moore spoke with reporters, and he talked about that. He said it's naturally going to happen because of the 105. The portal is going to be the craziest it's ever been right now. Everybody that's over that number is going to have guys. You're going to have to be ready to replace and do those things, and obviously have some tough conversations ahead. He said we'll try to help them as much as we can because you don't want anybody just out there. But he said that's the hard thing with what's been done now with the roster limit, especially at this time, making it harsh. You've got to tell walk-on and scholarship guys that they've got to leave and find another place. So that's what's going on right now, and obviously Michigan, looking to replace some players as well. You know, they're going to be going out getting some more talent in the transfer portal. They're trying to get back to the national championship level right away next season. So it is going to be a crazy transfer portal off season, and there's going to be a lot of players, unfortunately, that are going to enter the transfer portal for Michigan, but not only Michigan, a lot of other schools as well. But I did want to talk about another offense coordinator candidate, but first I want to give a shout out to Michael Long, who is a Michigan Legend channel member. I appreciate you, been a supporter on this channel for a long time, so shout out to you and also all the channel members. You guys are all the best. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me at this channel throughout the years. It is the best way to support the channel. There's 3 channel membership levels: Michigan Man, Michigan Legend, and also the GOAT level. But let's go ahead and continue here and talk about a potential top target for Michigan's offensive coordinator search, which is 49ers quarterbacks coach and former Michigan starting quarterback Brian Griese, who won a national championship in 1997. There have been rumors that he could be a potential candidate for Michigan's offensive coordinator position. Now, we mentioned some names in yesterday's video, and I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I know this would be pretty cool, you know, adding a former Michigan national champion quarterback out of Brian Griese, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on that potentially. I just think that Michigan, you know, could potentially go out and get somebody better with experience already, and obviously, you know, Sean Moore is going to test his options, and you know, he's got to make sure he makes the best decision for, you know, not only the program but also for his own good as well. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Then to end this video, I do want to go over, you know, Michigan's transfer portal needs this season. They've already contacted some players. We talked about them in yesterday's video. 2 offensive linemen, a running back, and you know, it's just getting started. The transfer portal opens for all college football players December 9th. Michigan's going to be very active in it, but you know, the number 1 position for me is wide receiver. Michigan's bringing in Bryce Underwood. They're going to be getting a new offensive coordinator. Michigan's wide receivers obviously struggled this season, with a tight end, Colson Loveland, being their leading receiver by far. So there's going to be tons of options to choose from. And Michigan, you know, they just got to go out and get, you know, a few elite receivers. And I'm not going to lie, Michigan's top 3 receivers next season could come from the transfer portal. So that's going to be a very important position for Michigan. And then obviously the quarterback position, getting somebody else like a veteran quarterback. We've talked about a couple names, you know, Miller Moss, Caden Salter. There's also other names that have come out, you know, entered the transfer portal. So there's going to be options. Michigan, they just need a veteran to come in, and you know, whether or not Bryce Underwood starts day 1 or in week 2 or whatever, you know, I do think he'll be the starter at some point next season. But just adding a veteran quarterback will be, you know, very good, not only for the depth of the room but also for Bryce Underwood's development here. And then for me, it's the defensive line at number 3. Michigan, they need to go out and get some depth on the defensive line. That was a big issue this season. They're going to be losing Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. They could be getting guys back like Rashawn Benny, TJ Guy, but definitely need some defensive linemen and especially defensive tackles on the inside. So that's a big one. And then also offensive linemen. Michigan, they will have, you know, a fair amount of experience on the offensive line going into next season, but they could definitely use some new guys. And we've already talked about, you know, 2 offensive linemen Michigan is in contact with out of the Liberty offensive lineman Jordan White, and also the Northwestern offensive lineman Josh Thompson. Both of them are very good veteran players and were one of the best in the country this past season. And also cornerback Michigan, you know, they will be returning players like Zeke Berry, Jair Hill. They got a freshman out of Josiah Edmond who should be very good. They got Shamari Earls coming in. Also, Rod Moore potentially staying at Michigan now, which is always good news. So the secondary shouldn't be as big of an issue, but getting a cornerback like they have out of like Josh Wallace or Amir Hall, they definitely need to get 1 or 2 at least from the transfer portal. So let me know what you guys think, but definitely going to be a busy offseason in the transfer portal for Michigan. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.